Good morning everyone, welcome to the gym. Sorry about the artificial light today. The reason is a good reason, which is that I'm working with the Smith machine, which in my gym is in an area that's not brilliantly lit. So it means if you're suffering on the Smith, no one can see you. But the point about today is it's day 6 of shoulders, and I wanted to show you a superset that you can do on the Smith. It's a really good exercise for your front delt, so for the front of your shoulder to get some form on the front, and also for your mid delt. And the mid delt is the sort of holy grail of shoulders because it gives you that Michelle Obama, that Superman type of curve that you want to have before you hit your bicep and your tricep. You will not get that curve simply doing bench press. You need to do some lateral work, which means sideways work on this mid delt to do that. Now this Smith machine behind me is fantastic for using shoulders. It's really safe obviously because it works on a frame so you can't wave weights around. You can do things gradually. If you've got a partner with you, you can also do drop sets on it. And I'll do some videos on that, but it's really, really good for the shoulders. So I'm just going to set up my bench now and show you how to do the first of those exercises. So the first exercise, I'm using the Smith and a bench. Okay, the bench is sat in an almost upright position. You get it as upright as you can because you're going to be sitting down. Okay, you want the bench about 6 inches behind the bar, and I'll show you how you adjust it. The best way to do it is to approximate sit down and then we'll adjust, so I'll show you. So when you're sat on the bench, okay, I've got very light weights on this, so I'll just bring this down to see where I am. This is actually perfect. What I'm looking for is to bring the bar so it actually skims my nose. I want it to the bar so close that I have to turn my head to one side or the other. The point of that is the closer the bar is to your body, the more intense the workout on the front of your shoulders. If you're sat too far back, then basically you're going to be using potentially your chest and the middle of your shoulders, but you won't be using so much intensity on the front. So position your bench, as I say, get the form right, then worry about weight. So I'm at the moment just going to warm up with this. If you're doing any exercise on the Smith, whether it's legs or chest or shoulders or back even, you must warm up because it's quite an intense machine. If you want to lift well and smoothly and really make gains, it's important that you warm up. Now, a warm up on the Smith simply means that you do whatever exercise you're going to do, but do it very light for 20 reps times at least 2 sets, 2 to 3 sets, 20 reps, very light, just to get the joints working, get the muscles working, get the muscle memory working so it knows what exercise is coming, okay? So this, I've already done my warm-up, and if you're interested in warm-ups, I've got some videos on that on this channel. I've done my warm-up, so we're going to go straight into the first exercise. As I said, you sit back on your bench, you're going to take your weight in your both hands, roughly just widen the shoulder width apart. Remember when you lift with the Smith, because you're going to twist the bar to take it off the safeties, when you first grip it, you need to slightly overextend with your wrists, so that when you lift it, you see this goes straight, okay? So with this one, because it lifts that way, you lift like this, okay? So you lift like that, slightly more the shoulder width apart. Now you're going to bring this weight down towards your collarbone, as low as you can go, okay? You move your head to the side, out of the way of the bar. You're not looking to bash yourself in the face. If you've got any sort of shoulder injury, just take it very gently and just be aware of what's happening on your shoulders, because it is a quite intense exercise. I've actually got a shoulder injury it's actually riding related, not weights related, but I just need to be slightly careful with that. Everyone gets injuries. The lesson is just be able to train around them. You will get better, but obviously don't try and train through an injury, train around. So I'm going to take this bar right down to my collarbone, just watching for the intensity, okay? That's as far as you can get, and we're going to, that's actually slightly, there we go. We go down, all right? And then just push up. Do this under control, so we come down and push up. I can really feel that in the front of my shoulders. You can do this as a single exercise if you want, particularly if you're not experienced on the Smith or haven't done a huge amount of shoulder work. Start with a single exercise. The reason is that doing two exercises together in a superset is more intense, and you'll get a lot of muscle soreness if you're not used to it. So build up to this, but if you're more experienced, obviously supersets is going to be in your repertoire already. So that's the first exercise, okay? And you would do, if you're just starting out, you would do 12 to 15 quite light, so maybe with a plate of 2.5 or 5 on each side. You're looking to be, for your muscles to feel tired by the time you get to 10. So you're doing sort of 12 to 15, by 10 you should be struggling a bit. That tells you the weight's right. If you're not struggling, you need to put a bit of weight on. If you're struggling at 6 to 8, take some weight off. There's no competition here, as far as I'm concerned, with who can lift the most weight. The competition here is who can develop the best muscle. And develop muscle comes from right posture, right form of the exercise, not how much weight you put on the bar. So, you know, ignore anyone who encourages you to go too heavy. That's not going to help you develop muscle. What's going to help you develop muscle is to lift in the right range while you challenge your muscle. So as a learner, 12 to 15, challenge at around about 10 to 12. If you're more advanced, then you can go at the bodybuilding range, which is 6 to 8 reps. That obviously means you go heavier because you really want to be struggling by 4 to 5. As I said, build up to this. So start 12 to 15, give yourself 2 to 3 months, then maybe go down to 8 to 10, and then finally look at the 6 to 8 rep range. No one became Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight. Okay, I've been training for 10 years. Lots of my friends have been training for longer than that. So just take it gradually, and you'll get the muscle gains you want. So that's the time I went off on a tangent there. That's the first exercise, and that works the front delts. Now we're going to do a second exercise, which works the mid delts. Now, if you want to develop that classic curve that you get, the sort of superhero curve, sort of Michelle Obama type curve, you're not going to get that really with that much pushing, which is your classic bench press. You need to work laterally. You've got to work sideways movements, and you've got to work movements that target what's called the mid delt, which is the middle of the shoulder. You'll see machines in weights that do that, which is good for it. You can also do, and I've got in my shoulder workout, I do some flies, this movement to work this, or you can work on the Smith. So it's just a bit of variety really. What I like about the Smith is it feels very intense when I do this workout, so I like it. And I also like to superset anyway. So if I've got the Smith, then I'll do two exercises together. So for this one, let's just show you how you set up the bench. So for this one, the bench needs to be slightly further forward. You want it so close to the bar that when you lift the bar down, go forward some more. The bar actually touches. Can you see the bench? The point about that is that you are going to be working with the bar behind your head. So you're going to be sitting with the bar, and you're going to actually lower it down behind your head. You're aiming for the top of your spine, but don't bump, please, because you'll damage your spine. But that's the motion. So you want to be coming down behind your head. Okay, so let me show you actually what's sitting on the Smith. So you sat nice and comfortably. Let's bring this bar down a bit. Okay, so same hand grip as you have for the front. Hand slightly wider than shoulder length, shoulder width. Bring the bar up, so you've now got it off the safety, so you can see you can move it. Now, feet flat on the floor, back against the back of the bench, stomach in. You're going to lift and bring it down to behind your head. Okay? Take it as far as is comfortable. This is a really intense exercise for your mid delt. Please don't go too heavy. I do this at around about 5 Ks on each side, that's it. If you're a man, you might possibly go to 10, but listen to your body. This isn't about lifting heavy, this is about lifting effectively. And I can feel that. Okay, so it's going to come down and it's going to push up. Now, I'm now going to show you how to put those exercises together. The thing about a superset is you're looking to do 2 exercises together with no rest. So you cannot faff about between those 2 exercises. So when I come off the first exercise, I'm going to just adjust my bench very quickly, sit back down and do the second exercise. If you are doing the exercise with different amounts of weight, then again you just need to have you'll probably go heavier for your front delt push up, and then you'll go lighter for the mid delt behind the head. Have your plates ready so you can drop plates off or substitute plates quickly. You really want to be back in position within about 10 seconds maximum. Otherwise it's not a superset, then it's just 2 exercises doing quite close together, which isn't really the point. So let's get going. I'm not going to adjust my weights, but I will show you how to do that next. But let's get going first with just a classic superset. You can see how quickly I move between the 2 exercises. So here we go. First of all, I've got my bench in the right place. Okay, I'm going to do 3 of each. So I'm starting now with the first exercise. Feet on the floor, back against the bench, nice and steady. Lift, bring it down to the chest, and push. Down to the chest, and push. One more. down to the chest, and push. Make sure that the smith is on its safeties. Bring your bench forward. A bit more. Remember, lift the bar. Head forward. Bring it behind your neck. And push. Head forward. Bring it behind your neck. And push one more. Good. So that counts as a superset. You would normally do, as I said, and if you're a learner, you would do 12 to 15 reps of each set back to back. If you are advanced, you would be doing 6 to 8 reps of the both exercises back to back. Let me just finish by showing you how to move the plates around. This is quite showy in the gym if you're doing drop sets, but it is again a good way of getting the right intensity for each exercise, because as I said, the exercise behind your neck is much more intense and you would go lighter generally than the exercise in front. The way I would do it is I would put my lighter weight on my Smith first and then put the heavier weight after that, so I can just simply drop the weight off quickly when I'm ready to go lighter. So let me show you. So, I'm going to have 2 plates on each side, okay? You can probably better see on this side. So, I've got 2 plates on each side of this Smith, okay? I'm going to do 1 set heavier, which is my front delt, and then the second set of the superset lighter, which is my mid delt, and I'm going to get up and drop the plates between the 2 exercises. I'll just show you how that's done. Let's get my bench in the right position. Okay. We ready? Lift. I'm going to bring down. I'll do 3 again. Use that slightly. 1, 2. This feels so good on your shoulders, I tell you. 3. 1. Straight up. Drop the plates. Both sides. Sit back down. Bring your bench forward. You ready? And lift. Okay? And that's all there is to it. If you have a training partner with you, it makes life easier if your training partner, you do the exercise together. So one of you is doing the superset and the other one is dropping the plates. That means you don't even have to get up, other than maybe to adjust the bench. So if you have a training partner, get used to doing this together. It's quite a fun exercise to do together. And there are lots of other drop sets you can do on this type of machine. I think the idea is coming to me, be able to do something on drop sets with a Smith, so you can see the different combinations you can do. But I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's given you more ideas for someone to do in the gym. As I said, this is a brilliant shoulder exercise. I'm captioned from 3Ps. If you want to subscribe, just click the button below, and you can also either like or dislike if you want, up to you. You can also reach us on Facebook. We are at facebook.com/3Ps Media. You can also visit our website where we have some free book downloads. There's a new series of nutrition books coming, which are going to be called Eating Clean But Keep It Lean. I'll trail some stuff on that on the Facebook page. At the moment, the free book is an alcohol-free drinks book, but it's really good. It's all about what you can do when you're out and also what you can drink at home when you'll be alcohol-free, which hopefully you are at least some days a week. My website for 3Ps Media is www.3pspublishing.com, and for the free book download it's 3pspublishing.com/alcohol-free drinks. I hope you enjoyed this. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Keep going to the gym, keep training, enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.